This training is provided by SafeShield. We're a professional training provider that specializes in cybersecurity, compliance, risk management, and AI governance. Our goal is to give professionals the knowledge and skills required to advance their careers and get ahead of the competition. This free course is part of that goal. We want to make trusted, high-quality education accessible and to support the development of responsible practices in new and emerging fields such as AI governance. Artificial intelligence is increasingly embedded in critical processes across industries, from healthcare and finance to transportation and energy. This expansion creates extraordinary opportunities, but it also introduces serious risks that require a structured approach to manage. Safety, security, and resilience form the foundation of trustworthy AI. Safety focuses on preventing harm to people and society by ensuring AI functions as intended. Security addresses protection against malicious actors who may exploit vulnerabilities. Resilience highlights the capacity of AI systems to withstand failures, adapt under stress, and recover from disruptions. These three concepts are deeply interconnected. A system cannot be considered safe if it is insecure, and it cannot be secure if it cannot recover from failures. In this course, we will explore the meaning of each term, their overlap, and practical ways to apply them within organizations. We will also review global standards and frameworks, including ISO IEC 42001, the EU AI Act, the NIST AI Risk Management Framework, and the OECD AI Principles. By the end of this session, you will understand the essential practices to protect AI systems, maintain trust, and prepare for the future of AI governance. It is critical to recognize that safety, security, and resilience are not separate checklists, but continuous processes that evolve as threats and technologies evolve. Safety in AI refers to the assurance that AI systems operate reliably, ethically, and in alignment with their intended purpose without causing unintended harm. Safety is about protecting people, organizations, and society from harmful consequences, whether through errors, bias, or design flaws. For instance, an AI model in healthcare must ensure that its diagnostic suggestions do not introduce unacceptable risks to patients. Ensuring safety requires rigorous testing, validation, monitoring, and adherence to ethical principles such as fairness, accountability, and transparency. Safety also includes protecting individuals from indirect harms, such as discrimination or privacy violations. The pursuit of AI safety involves building safeguards during development, applying risk-based approaches, and ensuring ongoing oversight during deployment. International standards like ISO 42001 emphasize embedding safety objectives into the AI management system, aligning them with organizational values and legal requirements. It is important to understand that safety is not achieved once, but continuously reinforced throughout the AI lifecycle. Each new dataset, model update, or operational change introduces fresh risks that need evaluation. The ultimate goal is to create AI that is dependable, minimizes harm, and enhances societal well-being while respecting human rights. Security in AI refers to the protection of AI systems, data, and models against malicious threats, unauthorized access, or exploitation. It is essential to safeguard both the technical infrastructure and the decision-making processes that AI supports. AI security is complex because it must protect against traditional cybersecurity threats and AI-specific attack vectors, such as model inversion, data poisoning, adversarial examples, and model theft. A secure AI system protects sensitive training data, ensures integrity of the model, and prevents attackers from manipulating outputs. For example, in autonomous vehicles, adversarial security threats can alter the recognition of traffic signs, creating catastrophic risks. Security practices involve access controls, encryption, monitoring, incident response, and regular vulnerability testing. They also extend to securing the supply chain, including open-source components and third-party models. Frameworks like the NIST Artificial Intelligence Risk Management Framework and the Adversarial Threat Landscape for Artificial Intelligence Systems Framework, or MITRE Atlas, provide useful taxonomies and guidance on AI security threats. Effective security requires coordination between AI developers, IT security teams, and governance leaders. It is vital to understand that security is not only technical but also organizational, involving awareness, policies, and processes to prevent insider threats and human errors. Without security, AI's safety and resilience cannot be sustained. Resilience is the capacity of AI systems to withstand failures, adapt under stress, and recover quickly after disruption. It is not about avoiding failure completely, because no system can, but ensuring continuity and minimizing harm when problems occur. Resilience applies to natural disasters, technical breakdowns, cyber attacks, and even social or regulatory shocks. For example, a resilient financial fraud detection system must continue operating effectively even if part of its infrastructure is compromised. Resilience requires redundancy, failover mechanisms, robust monitoring, and adaptive learning strategies. It also includes proactive preparation, such as stress testing and scenario planning, so organizations know how systems behave under extreme conditions. Standards like ISO 27001 and ISO 42001 encourage resilience by embedding risk-based controls and business continuity practices into AI operations. It is essential to remember that resilience depends on both technology and governance. Training AI models to adapt to new conditions, combined with organizational readiness to act quickly, creates resilience. Ultimately, resilience ensures AI can continue delivering value, preserve trust, and recover from adversity in a way that protects people and institutions. Safety, security, and resilience are three sides of the same triangle. Each reinforces the others, and a weakness in one area undermines the rest. An AI system cannot be considered safe if it is vulnerable to security breaches. Similarly, an insecure system that cannot recover from disruptions lacks resilience. Safety ensures responsible functioning, security protects against threats, and resilience guarantees continuity even in adverse conditions. Together, they form the basis of trustworthy AI. Consider healthcare. A safe AI diagnostic tool avoids harmful recommendations. A secure tool protects patient data, and a resilient tool continues functioning during cyber attacks or system outages. The EU AI Act recognizes this interconnectedness by requiring high-risk AI systems to demonstrate safety, robustness, and resilience. The NIST AI Risk Management Framework also highlights that risk management must integrate all three dimensions. Understanding this relationship allows organizations to design holistic programs rather than fragmented controls. Leaders must embed safety, security, and resilience into policies, technical design, and organizational culture simultaneously. It is crucial to frame these elements as continuous and interdependent processes, not isolated projects. This integrated approach strengthens trust, reduces risk, and supports long-term sustainability. International standards and frameworks provide structured guidance to integrate safety, security, and resilience into AI governance. ISO 42001 defines requirements for establishing, implementing, and maintaining an AI management system. It embeds safety objectives, emphasizes robust security, and requires resilient strategies. The NIST AI Risk Management Framework offers functions, map, measure, manage, and govern, that align directly with safety and resilience goals. The EU AI Act establishes legally binding obligations for high-risk AI systems, requiring robust design, monitoring, and documentation to demonstrate compliance. Additionally, the OECD AI principles emphasize fairness, accountability, transparency, and safety as fundamental to trustworthy AI. UNESCO's AI ethics guidelines also highlight human rights and resilience under societal stress. Together, these frameworks establish a shared vocabulary and expectations for organizations developing or deploying AI. While details differ, They converge on the principle that AI systems must not harm people, must be protected against threats, and must withstand disruptions. Following these standards does not only ensure compliance, it creates competitive advantages by building trust with regulators, customers, and society. Understanding these frameworks is a key step for any organization serious about AI governance. AI safety matters because failures in safety can cause direct harm to people, organizations, and society. Unintended consequences may arise from biased data, flawed design, or untested models. For example, a recruitment AI that discriminates against certain groups creates both ethical and legal risks. In healthcare, unsafe systems may misdiagnose patients and endanger lives. Safety is not only about technical correctness, it is also about social and ethical responsibility. Organizations must embed safety in the entire AI lifecycle, from data collection to model deployment and retirement. It is important to note that safety is a moving target. As AI systems evolve, new risks emerge, making continuous monitoring and improvement essential. Regulations like the EU AI Act emphasize safety by requiring risk classification, pre-deployment testing, and post-market monitoring of high-risk systems. Stakeholders, including regulators, customers, and employees, expect organizations to prioritize safety as a core value. It is therefore both a compliance obligation and a business imperative. Organizations that neglect AI safety risk reputational damage, legal liability, and loss of trust. Ultimately, AI safety is about ensuring technology advances while protecting human dignity and minimizing harm. AI security is crucial because AI systems often manage sensitive data, make critical decisions, and operate in hostile environments. Attackers target AI models because they present unique vulnerabilities that differ from traditional IT systems. For instance, adversarial attacks can subtly manipulate inputs so that a system misclassifies objects or generates biased outputs. Data poisoning, where attackers corrupt training datasets, can render models unsafe. If organizations neglect security, even well-designed and safe AI systems can be compromised. Security failures undermine trust, lead to data breaches, and may expose organizations to regulatory penalties. They can also create cascading risks, as AI systems are often integrated into broader infrastructures like cloud platforms, IoT devices, or financial networks. Standards like ISO 27001, combined with AI-specific frameworks, such as the NIST AI Risk Management Framework and MITRE Atlas, provide structured approaches to identify and mitigate risks. Security measures must include technical safeguards, monitoring, staff awareness, and supply chain security. It is vital to treat AI security as an ongoing process rather than a one-time exercise. Protecting AI against evolving threats ensures not only compliance, but also long-term resilience and trustworthiness. Resilience matters because no AI system can operate flawlessly forever. Failures, disruptions, and attacks are inevitable. What distinguishes a trustworthy AI system is its ability to continue functioning under stress and recover quickly after incidents. Resilience minimizes downtime, protects business continuity, and preserves public confidence. Consider autonomous vehicles. Even if a component fails, the system must maintain basic safety until it can be repaired. Similarly, financial AI systems must detect fraud reliably, even when transaction volumes surge unexpectedly. Building resilience requires redundant systems, adaptive algorithms, fallback procedures, and strong governance. Regular testing under extreme scenarios helps ensure AI will not collapse under pressure. Regulatory frameworks increasingly demand resilience, especially in critical sectors like banking, healthcare, and energy. For example, the European Union's Digital Operational Resilience Act, DORA, requires organizations to ensure that digital systems, including AI, can withstand severe disruptions. Resilience is not only a technical issue, but also an organizational responsibility. Effective communication, crisis management, and regulatory reporting all form part of resilience. Ultimately, resilience ensures that AI continues to provide value even when conditions change or adversity strike. History provides examples of AI systems that failed due to inadequate safety considerations. In 2018, an autonomous vehicle test resulted in a fatal accident because the AI system misclassified a pedestrian, highlighting the risks of insufficient validation. In another case, a healthcare algorithm used in U.S. hospitals underestimated the health needs of Black patients because it used cost as a proxy for medical need, reflecting hidden bias in the data. These examples demonstrate that unsafe AI can cause harm not only through technical malfunction, but also through systemic bias. They also reveal that organizations often underestimate the complexity of testing and validating AI in real-world contexts. Safety failures attract public scrutiny and regulatory pressure, leading to reputational damage and financial penalties. These incidents remind us that AI safety is not optional. It requires systematic risk assessment, testing with representative data, human oversight, and accountability mechanisms. The lesson is clear. When safety is ignored, harm becomes inevitable. Organizations must learn from past failures to prevent repeating the same mistakes in new AI applications. Security breaches in AI highlight the need for strong defenses. One documented example involves adversarial attacks on image recognition systems. Researchers demonstrated that adding subtle noise to an image could cause a model to misclassify objects, such as mistaking a stop sign for a yield sign, an alarming scenario for autonomous vehicles. Another case involved model inversion, where attackers reconstructed sensitive training data by querying the model, exposing private information. In 2020, security researchers discovered that attackers could steal proprietary models by repeatedly interacting with AI-as-a-service platforms, effectively replicating intellectual property. Data poisoning incidents also reveal vulnerabilities, where attackers introduce malicious samples into training datasets, degrading system performance. These breaches illustrate that AI-specific threats go beyond traditional IT risks. They require specialized countermeasures such as adversarial training, robust validation, and monitoring tools. They also highlight the importance of supply chain security, since compromised open-source components may embed hidden vulnerabilities. The lesson is clear. AI security must be proactive, adaptive, and integrated into both development and deployment. Failing to secure AI creates opportunities for exploitation and undermines trust. Resilience challenges often emerge when AI systems face unexpected stress or disruptions. In 2020, during the COVID-19 pandemic, several AI models trained on pre-pandemic data failed to adapt to sudden shifts in consumer behavior and healthcare needs. Their inability to adjust highlighted weaknesses in resilience planning. Another example comes from financial markets, where algorithmic trading systems have amplified volatility during crises, demonstrating fragility rather than resilience. In the energy sector, predictive maintenance systems sometimes fail when sensor data becomes unreliable, causing unplanned outages. These cases illustrate that resilience requires preparation for extreme and novel conditions, not just typical operational scenarios. Building resilience means incorporating continuous learning, stress testing, and fallback strategies. It also requires integrating human oversight to make critical decisions during crises. Regulations like DORA and ISO 42001 encourage resilience through ongoing monitoring and risk management. The central message is that resilience cannot be assumed. It must be designed, tested, and maintained. Without resilience, even safe and secure AI systems will collapse under pressure. Integrating safety requires embedding protective measures at every stage of the AI lifecycle. During the design phase, safety goals must be defined and aligned with ethical principles and legal obligations. During data collection, careful attention must be paid to quality, representativeness, and bias mitigation. In model development, testing and validation must cover not only accuracy, but also fairness, explainability, and robustness. During deployment, monitoring must detect anomalies or drift that could compromise safety. Even retirement requires planning to ensure legacy models do not create risks. ISO 42001 emphasizes a continuous management system approach, requiring safety objectives to be documented, measured, and improved over time. Human oversight remains essential, ensuring that decisions with significant consequences are reviewed before implementation. It is also important to involve diverse stakeholders to evaluate the social and ethical impact of AI. Safety is not an afterthought, but a design principle that spans the entire life cycle. Organizations that systematically integrate safety build stronger trust and reduce the likelihood of harm. Security must be embedded in every phase of the AI lifecycle. In data collection, organizations must ensure integrity, confidentiality, and authenticity, using encryption and access controls. During model development, developers must protect against data poisoning and adversarial manipulation. Deployment requires monitoring for unusual activity, patching vulnerabilities, and limiting access to sensitive functions. Security also extends to the supply chain, ensuring third-party components and open-source libraries are verified and trusted. Lifecycle integration ensures that AI systems are not only secure at launch, but remain secure as they evolve. Regular penetration testing, red teaming exercises, and continuous monitoring reinforce security posture. ISO 27001 and the NIST AI Risk Management Framework both emphasize integrating information security and risk management across AI operations. Security in the life cycle is not static. It requires adaptation to emerging threats. By embedding security into each phase, organizations reduce vulnerabilities, protect intellectual property, and preserve trust in AI systems. Resilience must also be integrated into the AI lifecycle. At the design stage, resilience objectives should be established, such as maintaining service during failures or quickly restoring critical functions. During development, redundancy, modularity, and fallback strategies must be built into the architecture. In deployment, stress testing and scenario simulations ensure the system can handle extreme conditions. Monitoring must include early warning indicators that detect instability, such as performance drift or unusual activity. Retirement planning should include safe decommissioning and knowledge transfer to maintain continuity. ISO/IEC 22301 on business continuity and ISO 42001 on AI governance both emphasize resilience as a continuous responsibility. Embedding resilience requires not only technical measures, but also organizational preparedness, including crisis management plans and communication protocols. By integrating resilience throughout the life cycle, organizations ensure their AI systems remain dependable and adaptable, even under stress. Risk-based approaches are central to managing AI safety, security, and resilience. Not all AI systems carry the same level of risk. For instance, a chatbot for customer service presents lower risks than an AI used in medical diagnostics. Risk management involves identifying potential harms, assessing their likelihood and impact, and prioritizing controls accordingly. The EU AI Act explicitly requires risk classification, distinguishing between unacceptable, high-risk, and limited-risk systems. The NIST AI Risk Management Framework emphasizes mapping risks, measuring them, and implementing proportionate safeguards. ISO 42001 requires organizations to align risk treatment with both business objectives and compliance obligations. A risk-based approach ensures resources are allocated efficiently, focusing attention on the most critical systems. It also ensures that safety, security, and resilience controls remain dynamic and adaptable as risks evolve. Adopting this method creates a structured path for decision-making and continuous improvement. Human oversight is a cornerstone of AI governance. No matter how advanced an AI system is, accountability ultimately lies with people. Oversight ensures that decisions with significant impact are reviewed by humans, preventing over-reliance on automated processes. Accountability requires clear roles and responsibilities, documented policies, and mechanisms for escalation when anomalies are detected. For example, in high-risk sectors such as healthcare or aviation, regulations demand that critical decisions remain under human control. ISO 42001 and the EU AI Act both stress the importance of human oversight. Effective oversight also involves diverse perspectives, ensuring that ethical, legal, and social implications are considered. Organizations must train staff to understand AI limitations, detect risks, and intervene when needed. Accountability is not only internal but also external, requiring transparency with regulators, customers, and society. Ultimately, human oversight ensures AI serves humanity responsibly rather than operating as an unaccountable black box. Transparency and explainability are essential for ensuring safety, security, and resilience. Transparency involves documenting system design, data sources, model choices, and risk assessments. Explainability goes further, ensuring that AI decisions can be understood by stakeholders, including regulators and affected individuals. Lack of explainability creates mistrust and makes oversight ineffective. For example, in finance, if customers cannot understand why a loan application was denied, trust erodes. In healthcare, doctors must understand AI recommendations to validate them. Frameworks such as ISO 42001 and the EU AI Act require documentation and explanation of AI systems, especially high-risk ones. Transparency and explainability also strengthen resilience, since stakeholders can better detect anomalies and intervene. Achieving explainability may require using interpretable models, providing clear documentation, or applying tools like LIME or SHAP. The goal is not perfect understanding, but sufficient clarity to make responsible decisions. Transparency and explainability are therefore indispensable pillars of trustworthy AI. To learn more about the principles of transparency and explainability, you can find a video that specifically focuses on this subject in our YouTube channel. Incident response is critical for managing failures in AI safety, security, or resilience. Even with preventive measures, incidents will occur. Organizations must prepare structured response plans that include detection, containment, communication, and recovery. For instance, if an AI system is compromised by a cyber attack, the response plan should define who is responsible, how stakeholders are informed, and how services are restored. ISO/IEC 27035 provides guidance on incident management, while ISO 42001 emphasizes recovery and continuity in AI. Effective incident response requires both technical and organizational readiness. Simulation exercises, crisis drills, and continuous improvement reviews strengthen preparedness. Recovery focuses on restoring functionality while learning from the incident to prevent recurrence. Without effective incident response, small issues can escalate into systemic crises. Incident management is therefore essential to sustaining trust, compliance, and operational continuity in AI systems. Continuous monitoring ensures that AI systems remain safe, secure, and resilient over time. Monitoring tracks performance, detects anomalies, and identifies risks before they escalate. Improvement involves adjusting models, retraining, patching vulnerabilities, and updating governance policies. ISO 42001 requires organizations to establish continuous monitoring and improvement processes. The NIST AI Risk Management Framework also emphasizes ongoing risk management as a cyclical process. Monitoring is not only technical but also organizational, requiring oversight of compliance, ethics, and social impact. Tools such as automated drift detection, bias monitoring, and security scanning support technical monitoring. Regular reviews, audits, and stakeholder feedback reinforce organizational improvement. Continuous monitoring ensures that AI systems evolve responsibly in response to new threats, regulations, and social expectations. It is the backbone of adaptive governance and a critical enabler of long-term trust. An organization's culture plays a decisive role in sustaining safety, security, and resilience. Technical measures alone cannot guarantee trustworthy AI. Employees must understand and value these principles as part of daily practice. A culture of resilience promotes awareness, accountability, and adaptability. Leadership must communicate that safety, security, and resilience are organizational priorities, not optional add-ons. Training programs ensure staff recognize risks and know how to respond. Reward structures should reinforce desired behaviors, such as reporting anomalies or participating in resilience exercises. A resilient culture also values diversity and inclusion, reducing blind spots in risk assessment and decision-making. ISO 42001 emphasizes the role of leadership and culture in implementing an effective AI management system. Embedding safety, security, and resilience into organizational culture ensures these values persist beyond individual projects. It creates a shared commitment to trustworthy AI across the enterprise. AI is increasingly embedded in critical infrastructure, including energy grids, healthcare systems, transportation networks, and financial services. Failures in these sectors can cause catastrophic societal consequences. Safety ensures that AI does not cause unintended harm in sensitive operations. Security protects against cyber attacks that could disrupt essential services. Resilience ensures continuity during crises such as natural disasters, pandemics, or cyber warfare. Regulators recognize the stakes and impose strict requirements. For example, the EU AI Act and DORA require robust safeguards for AI in critical infrastructure. Governments also emphasize resilience planning, ensuring systems can withstand extreme conditions. Organizations operating critical infrastructure must apply the highest standards of AI governance, testing, and oversight. The consequences of neglect are too great to ignore. By applying safety, security, and resilience principles, organizations protect not only themselves, but also society at large. Healthcare provides a vivid example of safety, security, and resilience challenges. AI diagnostic systems promise efficiency and accuracy, but failures can directly impact patient health. In one case, a widely used healthcare algorithm underestimated patient needs due to biased data, raising safety and ethical concerns. Security is also critical, as healthcare data is highly sensitive and frequently targeted by cybercriminals. Breaches can expose personal data and undermine trust. Resilience matters as well, since healthcare systems must remain operational during crises, such as pandemics. ISO 42001 and healthcare-specific regulations emphasize rigorous testing, bias mitigation, data protection, and continuity planning. Lessons from healthcare illustrate the importance of integrating safety, security, and resilience into every phase of AI. They also show that human oversight, transparency, and stakeholder engagement are essential to maintaining trust in life-critical systems. Autonomous vehicles highlight the intersection of safety, security, and resilience. Safety requires vehicles to make correct and ethical decisions in dynamic environments. Security is critical, since attackers can manipulate sensors or software to cause accidents. Resilience ensures vehicles remain operational even when parts of the system fail. Real-world incidents show how challenging this is. In one case, misclassification of pedestrians caused a fatal crash, raising concerns about testing and validation. Researchers have also shown that small changes to road signs can mislead AI, highlighting vulnerabilities to adversarial attacks. Resilience is tested when vehicles face unexpected weather or sensor failures. Regulations now require extensive testing, documentation, and monitoring before deployment. Autonomous vehicles demonstrate that achieving safety, security, and resilience in AI requires integration of advanced technology, ethical principles, and strong governance. The stakes are life and death, underscoring the urgency of robust approaches. AI safety faces new challenges as technologies evolve. Large language models, for example, can generate misleading or harmful content, raising questions about safety controls. Generative AI also creates risks in disinformation, intellectual property, and bias. As AI becomes more autonomous, ensuring predictable behavior becomes harder. Emerging applications in biotechnology, defense, and finance amplify risks. Safety research now focuses on alignment, ensuring AI goals remain consistent with human values. Another challenge is scale. As AI systems are deployed globally, small flaws can have massive impacts. Regulations will continue to expand, but technical innovation must keep pace. Future safety strategies will require stronger human oversight, explainable AI, and ethical design principles. The challenge is ongoing. Organizations must commit to learning, adaptation, and improvement to meet emerging risks. AI safety will remain one of the most critical areas for innovation and governance. Security challenges will intensify as AI evolves. Attackers are increasingly using AI themselves to launch sophisticated cyber attacks, creating an arms race. Generative AI can be exploited to automate phishing, craft malware, or mislead AI systems. AI supply chains, including open-source models, present risks of hidden backdoors or malicious code. Cloud-based AI services may expose new vulnerabilities if not properly secured. Another emerging threat is data extraction, where attackers steal proprietary datasets or models through interaction. Organizations must prepare for these challenges by adopting advanced defenses such as adversarial training, zero-trust architectures, and AI-specific security frameworks. Regulatory requirements will also increase, demanding stronger evidence of security. The future of AI security will depend on proactive innovation, collaboration across industries, and continuous vigilance. Neglecting security will expose organizations to escalating threats in an increasingly hostile digital environment. Resilience challenges will also grow as AI integrates into complex global systems. Climate change, geopolitical tensions, and rapid technological shifts create unpredictable disruptions. AI systems must adapt to conditions they were never explicitly trained for. This requires advances in adaptive learning, robust monitoring, and redundancy. Another challenge is interdependence. AI is often embedded in networks of other systems, creating cascading risks. For example, failures in AI-driven logistics may disrupt supply chains across multiple industries. Future resilience strategies will require collaboration across sectors, international agreements, and stronger governance. ISO 42001 and DORA point toward resilience as a central requirement, but practical implementation will remain challenging. Organizations must combine technical preparation with organizational adaptability. The future of resilience depends on foresight, scenario planning, and continuous improvement. Without resilience, AI risks becoming a source of systemic fragility rather than stability. Safety, security, and resilience are the foundations of trustworthy AI. Safety ensures AI minimizes harm and aligns with ethical principles. Security protects systems from malicious threats and exploitation. Resilience ensures continuity and recovery under stress. These concepts are interconnected. A system cannot be safe without being secure, and it cannot be secure without being resilient. Throughout this course, we explore definitions, examples, frameworks, lifecycle integration, case studies, and future challenges. The key lesson is that safety, security, and resilience are continuous processes, not one-time tasks. Organizations must embed them in policies, technical design, monitoring, and culture. Global standards and regulations provide guidance, but ultimate responsibility lies with organizations and their leaders. The future of AI will bring new risks and opportunities, making it essential to remain adaptive and committed to improvement. By prioritizing safety, security, and resilience, organizations build trust, protect society, and ensure AI serves humanity responsibly. This concludes the session, but the work of trustworthy AI continues beyond the classroom and into every decision we make about technology. This knowledge provides you with a strong foundation to aid you in the future, whether you apply it in your current role, pursue further study, or contribute to shaping responsible AI in your organization. By staying informed and engaged, you will play a vital role in ensuring AI develops in ways that are safe, ethical, and beneficial for society. Thank you for your time and your commitment to this learning journey. We encourage you to keep exploring and keep building toward a future where artificial intelligence serves the needs of humanity responsibly.